This is the FBI. You have a federal warrant for this address. Keep your hands up and follow orders. This is the FBI. We have a warrant for this.
They handcuffed me and my wife out here. They wanted me to sit on the curb while they were carrying this out, something that I refused to do. They wanted my wife to sit on the curb out here, that she refused to do.
As I was coming out, this big old drone met me.
The only revolutionary organization that's done something here on the ground practically for African people is the one that's come under attack. Institution that offers a community radio station, a newspaper, a commercial kitchen, an Aquaba Hall rental space, and community office for our organizers. That was the building that has come under attack.
You need a breach? What do you need?
Need one.
I don't know.
What's whole benefit money?
Hold on.
Thank you.
We will build a movement of white people that says hands off the Uhuru movement.
They see in the African People's Socialist Party a vanguard for the struggle for the liberation of our people. They see that because not just what we do here in the United States, but because we had the temerity to do like Garvey, to do like Malcolm X, and take the struggle of black people around the world.
Yeah. Uhuru Africa. This is MOHAU LETHAE. Lebitso ke MOHAU LETHAE. Ke dula 364. Originally from Everton West. I am a visual artist and this is my work. The work I do actually is work that is very difficult on me. It's not easy, but it's work that has to be done. Self-taught artist predominantly, but I went to school just to see other artists work. I attended a artist proof studio for 3 years, 2018 to 2020, and then after that I just decided to do my own thing. And well, what I studied handlently is printmaking, but what I do is that I combine all the skills I've learned myself and all the skills that I've been taught by people, and there are a lot of people I would like to appreciate in my journey. First of all, it's every African that's alive. All Africans contribute to every artist that exists, and my work basically is like visualizations of the things we interact with as African people, the struggles we're involved in. Basically, it's propaganda against capitalism, you could say that. And the work, for me, it's very, all art is subjective, but for me, it engages people directly because that's what I want. And yeah, that's it. The techniques. Well, I use mostly cross hatch because now I was taught by somebody who does cross hatching very well. And I don't paint mostly. I see myself as somebody who does drawing more than painting, but painting is better for background. But I use charcoal, I use watercolors, I use pen, I like ink. In terms of technique, that's it. This artwork is for a project that we used to do called Project Futukan. Yeah, so basically it's an artwork that I did because this project initially about trash, separating trash, dry trash and wet trash. And this artwork, the colors basically are like from a dark place to a lighter place, even in mind. The woman is turning the page, and therefore the idea is in the brother's brain. And yeah, we're pulling ourselves away from a trashy kind of situation. Yeah. With this artwork, I call it Speruperu. There's a small town, you'd say Squatter Camp. When going to Forgeville, we encountered something that almost changed our lives forever. We're with a group of friends, and we were going to Forgeville for an event, and police stopped us, and our driver was in suspense that these people will try to. These are not police, actually. They are criminals, and shy moto, and then ended up going into that community. And fast forward, the community was now having thoughts that we are criminals and we want to, you know. So things turned to their head very fast. These are two separate artworks, and the first artwork is something I did in the library before, and then even this one, if you can look properly, this artwork and this one have the same kind of feel, so they are actually from the same page. The board is new, so if you could look, but I tried my hardest to not make it seem like they are joined artworks. Actually, there's a line here. These are just 2 pages. So for me, it became something new. It transformed from being singular to being something new, which is like that situation became there. From just on a trip going to Forgeville, and then something new. We had to explain to the community that we're actually not running away from the police. You can't explain it actually because the community was like, hey, bolaba, you know, but it's John Jamakula or something. I don't know, man. So that's the case. The artwork springs from frustration, I could say that. But I wanted all the misunderstanding to be shown here, but also create harmony with things that would not necessarily come together. So it's actually a work of arrangement of elements. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the inspiration behind this artwork. Well, this artwork is, well, now I live in my grandmother's house right now. She died 2021. So I used to have a lot of conversations with her, and she would never, not afford me a conversation. She would always talk, and she always told me what she thought. So this is a representation, I could say, of my grandmother. And this artwork, I do not have a name for it. And it's an artwork basically that talks about alcohol abuse. And like in the past, Ukoko is remembering or pondering about what alcohol means to the community. Ukamba is something that we usually do, but right now there's abuse of alcohol. So back in the days, alcohol, what was it? What is alcohol to us today? Is it something that has to get us into so much trouble, stuff and all that stuff? Or is it something to, get people together, celebrate an occasion or whatever? So I'm actually, I could say, a spectator to her thoughts, basically. So that's what I tried to do here. Thank you. Okay. In terms of, well, these are like reflections of the grandmother. And school, for me, education has to be practical. You know, and our education system is not practical. So she's also thinking about that. In terms of alcohol abuse, is there enough education about that? Or are kids just going to school to regurgitate white people's written history? You know? So that's what it represents. And also the chain ring is like, I use a bicycle for mobility. But the chain is out, so you can't go anywhere. So with that kind of culture and approach to celebrating things, you can't go anywhere. So I don't know if that answers you. Well, the donkey and the heart and that environment is just how she remembers her own childhood. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can find me on Facebook, actually. MOHAU LETHAE Art. That's my Facebook handle. And yeah. Okay. This artwork is sold. This one I'm not selling. And then this you can buy. But you can get all of them on a t-shirt. So I also do t-shirts. Yeah, so in terms of pricing, I think visual arts pricing, like I do portraits. I do portraits for like 1,002 rand for one face. So that's like direct pricing. But the value of art and someone saying it maybe live, not something that happens. We communicate, we talk about it. You understand, you know, you get the value of this thing you're buying. Yeah.